which is the card I believe he misregistered, with a Rancor on it, which is really good when you have Battalion.
Oh boy.
And
I think we just saw 3 creatures get discarded to the Lotleth Troll. Oh, are they going to fight?
And it looks like it's going to fight with something.
Fight with Hellrider.
Wow. That is a big Lotleth Troll, and it was on Adam's turn, so he's forced to pass. So that was likely what happened was Adam cast the Hellrider, was about to attack, and that's when Hector Macho Camacho went to work and discarded 3 creatures.
And so, I mean, I'm just looking at Mr. Camacho here. I would not want to mess with him. Wow.
Yeah, and it looks
There we go. That's a good man. We got a Boros Reckoner on the table here. This is a card that actually has real power in this kind of creature versus creature slugfest.
Yeah, but again, I mean, Camacho has a Wolf Revenger in his hand. He could still activate Illumil Tracker and put a Regeneration Shield on his Lotleth Troll.
Yep.
So he's in pretty good shape right here. He can easily just wipe off the rest of Adam's board and deal with the Reckoner at the end. So probably lets the Reckoner resolve right here. I don't see why he wouldn't. He can choose to fight the Lightning Mauler after. So it looks like the Boros Reckoner is paired with the Lightning Mauler. In response to the combat, he probably just fights the Lotleth Troll with the Mauler. Soulbond is gone. Reckoner no longer has haste.
Yeah, best friends forever. Well, your guy's dead.
Yeah. Ruarke also has a couple other creatures in hand, which you can choose to just discard to the Lotleth Troll still. So it looks like he has a Garrick in his hand as well. So pretty good shape for Ruarke here. That tracker is going to be doing some serious work. Adam needs to draw an answer right away.
Yeah, Adam's answers 4 Searing Spears. Remember, we are playing game 2, but this is unsideboarded because Adam Prosak, deck misregistration error, accidentally did not write down Legion Loyalist and instead wrote down a second set of cards, Stromkirk Noble ×4 and then ×1.
Yeah, so Camacho now can fight the Legion Loyalist. Doesn't even need to put a Regeneration Shield on it. He has 2 black up, but he has mana up to make sure the Lotleth Troll stays around. He also has creatures that he can pitch to it to even make it larger. Yeah, nothing really Adam can do right here. Looks like he's going to tap. Oh, looks like we're going to have an Avenger come into play instead. I'm surprised he cast the Avenger. I think if I was Camacho, I think you want to just pick off Adam's side of the board. Just get rid of those creatures while you can, you know?
And another land in hand for, I'm going to say Ruarke. Ruarke Camacho here.
I just call him Macho. I say for the rest of the tournament, just call him Macho.
Well, I mean, we have been told that this is his nickname.
So yeah, we have a Golgari Guildgate comes into play. Again, Ruarke really doesn't need to do anything other than pass the turn and keep picking off Adam's creatures. Adam doesn't have a real good way to break up this strategy right here. He can draw a Searing Spear to deal with the tracker, but beyond that, there's really nothing he can do right now. And if I was Camacho, I'd just be constantly picking off those creatures. Yep, there you go. You pick off that. Eventually, he'll have to deal with the Reckoner, but he can always, he can always target it with the tracker.
I mean, he does also have main deck Tragic Slips and Abrupt Decays, both of which can do the necessary work.
But I mean, at this point, I would just pass the turn back again. If Adam plays another creature, you kill it. If he doesn't, then you go after the Reckoner. Reckoner probably targets the tracker, and then you're free to attack. And you still have a Rancor. You still have a Garrick and a Predator Ooze in your hand. So Adam pretty much has to go after the tracker here. He can't redirect to one of the Regenerators. He has to get some value out of this. So looks like Adam's deciding what he wants to redirect with the Boros Reckoner. And it looks like he's just going to do it to him. So yep, Ruarke drops to 7, I believe. Adam hopefully trying to maybe burn Ruarke out this game. Top deck, maybe a Hellrider. Another Reckoner would be good. He's going to eventually have to draw a Searing Spear if he wants a way out of this, probably.
In come the monsters.
And it looks like he's going to
another card.
Discard. Is Predator Ooze going to come down here? Yep, looks like Predator Ooze comes down. So it looks like we're going to need a Ripped of Hellrider right here. And it looks like it's a Flinttooth board. Not the worst card, because he does have the Rancor, so Rancor is able to come in.
There's the boar.
And we're going to have a Rancor, give it haste. Oh, no, he chooses not to Rancor it. Oh, he has the Rampager. That makes much more sense. So, again,
wow.
I think Macho was a little too macho that game. I think you can't main phase the tracker. You have to pass.
That was a main phase tracker, and in doing so, the tracker tapped allows Adam Prosak to get the the Gore clan, not the Gruul clan. He is a member of the Gruul clan, perhaps, but the Gore clan Rampager.
Yes. Did not see the Rampager in his hand. That gave him infinite more outs. But yeah, again, I think Ruarke was in the driver's seat that game. All he has to do is, you're the control deck, basically. You're not the beatdown deck. There's no reason for you to have to attack there. Keep passing the turn back. You got 2 regenerators. You got a tracker that is basically an abyss for Adam. Yeah. Just pass the turn back. You pass the turn back there. What does Adam do there? He plays the guy, and then you kill it. Same thing you've been doing all game. Just keep passing turn back. You don't want to have to go after the Reckoner until you absolutely have to.
I mean, one of the things that that Ruarke did there was he tried to minimize the damage that the Reckoner would possibly do by hitting it with the Wolfer Avenger. And that was a smart thing to do, but just that hastiness in doing it right then during his main phase, when he could just wait.
No, I think he attacked it with a Lalatrol.
Okay, he didn't
Okay. So because the Lalatrol survived it, and then that's when Adam just did the 4 back to Ruarke's face.
Yeah. So there we go.
And again, that was huge too.
Yeah.
Because that was what dropped him to the point where the Rampager would have killed him. So pretty unfortunate set of events there for Ruarke. He's a little too aggressive, and that's one of the things that you read articles about who's the beatdown.
Yep.
It's kind of knowing what the role is in this matchup. Clearly, the green-black ooze deck has to be more controlling than the red-green aggro deck, and the red-green aggro deck has a little more reach than you'd expect because of cards like Rampager, Hellrider, Searing Spear. If Ruarke was familiar with the deck a little bit more, maybe he would have realized I got to make sure I'm playing around the Rampager because that can kill me.
And those cards you mentioned, those 3 cards you mentioned, Adam Prosak has 4 copies of all of those cards.
Yeah.
So he's trying to maximize that ability to have that reach. Now, if you have not already read it, and obviously calling out the name Who's the Beatdown article-wise is something that has been done for years and years and years, but it's for good reason. It's worth going back to the Star City Games archives. Arguably the best Magic strategy article or theory article that's been ever written, and it's only about 1,000 words, so it's a quick read. Mm-hmm. If you want to study and grow strong, I'd recommend doing so. Mostly because Magic is one of those games. It's a very complicated game, and if you get some of your fundamentals ingrained inside you, you can try to make sure that those plays where you just kind of misassign your role are less likely to happen.
Yeah, and like you said, it's one of the best Magic articles ever written, mostly because it was one of the first articles that I can remember that sort of explained Magic from that kind of perspective in terms of the way you think about things and the way you think about playing the game. Because, it's one thing to know the cards, it's one thing to be able to build a good deck, but to actually know, how the game can change based on different matchup, different archetypes, or even different board states.
Yeah.
It's knowing how to adjust your strategy mid-game is something that I think younger players might not be too familiar with. So that article is definitely something that you should check out if you're not familiar with it.
And back to this match at hand, Adam Prosak, I guess we could say he stole that victory out of Ruarke's jaws there. I mean,
yeah, I felt like if Ruarke just thought it through and remembered, because obviously Rampager is not a new card. It's a card that you're probably familiar with. Even if you don't test a lot against red-green aggro, it's a card that you got to be familiar with. I think if Ruarke kind of just thought it through, he probably would have just passed the turn and played a little bit more cautiously. But, again, still, he has a lot of good cards against a red-green aggro deck, and he's on the play now, so he's not in the worst shape.
If you're just joining us, I'm Adrian Sullivan here with Osip Levidovic, and this is SCG Live. You can find us on Twitter at SCG Live. Join in the conversation, hashtag SCGNASH, and answering you on Twitter at The Starting Over. Yes, that was a dojo reference. Good ears, old man.
So here we go. Turn 1 Arbor Elf from Ruarke, and turn 1 Rakdos Cackler Unleashed by Adam here.
Now, the most scary card that he could drop here is Predator Ooze. Does he have it? Boom, that is a Predator Ooze. What does that do?
Yeah, I better read it.
Well, that card is indestructible, my friend.
Come on, Adam. Come on, Adam. Stop pretending like you don't know what that card does.
Now, a Rancor will knock right over the top of it for now.
I think he's wondering whether or not it gets a +1/+1 whenever it's dealt damage. So, yes, we are going to see a Rancor here.
Boom.
It will not grow because your creature is not dying. So,
and Camacho here blocks, takes 1 soaked up damage there.
Ah, Pillar of Flame. Slow him down a little bit. Prevent the Garrick from entering play. Prevent maybe hope that Ruarke is stalled on mana a little bit.
Now, if Ruarke is able to put down another creature on the defense, just attacking a single time with this Predator Ooze would be a huge moment.
Yeah, he has to attack. I mean, he can't just keep taking 3 unless he has a removal spell. But I think attacking here, yeah, and he's got it looks like he has an Avenger in his hand. He also has a Umbral Tracker.
If you look over to the left, Predator Ooze is indestructible. Whenever it attacks, you get a +1/+1 counter. Whenever it joins in on killing something, it gets a +1/+1 counter.
So, Pillar of Flame, maybe a little too hasty on Adam's part dealing with the Arbor Elf because Umbral Tracker, but looks like he has a second Pillar of Flame to deal with that tracker. So here we're going to see Adam come over with the Rakdos Cackler, dealing another 4 damage, dropping Ruarke to 11. Although, interesting, Ruarke left in his Deathrite Shaman, so he's going to get a little life gain.
Well, if he can find a creature in the graveyard right now, Adam has removed them from the game.
I think that Predator Ooze will eventually kill something.
Yes, I agree with you.
Let's see what Ruarke chooses to do now. We know he has a... Oh, looks like he's going to attack again.
He's thinking about Macho.
Macho.
Here we go, Macho.
Macho lives up to his nickname, attacks again, ticks up the Predator Ooze. He's got the Wolfare Avenger in his hand, so he still has options. Do you have an Abrupt Decay? Or? No, Lotleth
Troll.
So.
That's a good defender as well.
That is a good defender. So Adam draws for his turn. Oh, another land. Looks like he has a Temple Guard in the mountain. And
Doctor.
Hellrider.
In they all come.
And Hellrider looks like it might trade with Lotleth Troll. I pretty much has to. He's got to deal with that. He's got to deal with that Hellrider as soon as possible. But is he going to... So he takes 3. Does he drop to 8? So how much damage is he potentially dead right here?
It's close.
Blocks the Hellrider, takes 1, 2, 4. He takes 6. No, he would drop to 2.
I mean, one of the options that he has is to discard a creature, if he has one, to the Lotleth Troll, do a block, and then gain 2 life with his Deathrite Shaman, which is also going to have to chump block, I think.
I don't think he has to chump block here. I think he could use the Lotleth Troll to block the Hellrider, discard the Wolfare Avenger to give it +1 and put a Regeneration Shield on it, and then you take 6, dropping to 2, and then you can gain 2 life on your turn if you want.
That's if you're tossing away the Troll. Right?
But no, you wouldn't lose the Troll because you put a Regeneration Shield on it.
Then you can't gain the life with Deathrite.
No, but you would gain it with the creature you're discarding.
Fair.
Yeah.
Later.
And you're also killing the Hellrider this turn. So I would just put a Regeneration Shield and I would drop to 2 and then gain 2 life on my turn.
There we go. Yeah. It was just all at once that we can't do. We have to split it out over those turns.
So as long as you drop to 2, Lotless Troll gains a Regeneration Shield, goes up to a 3/2. And you're taking 6 damage, dropping to 2. Let's see if it looks like they're doing a little math here.
There's a judge question. And when we find out a little bit more about what's happening, we'll let you know. I think there might be a question of what blockers are legal, perhaps. That's one possible question.
So this is a very tight game here. Adam's basically in a position, if things go according to plan, Adam will probably be in a position where he still needs to top deck a second Hellrider or a burn spell to kind of lock this up, or a Rampager. Rampager is obviously another great draw. But it looks like Ruarke could survive this turn at 2 life and have a pretty solid blocking situation next turn. He'll have the 3/2 Lotless Troll, he'll have a mana for regeneration, he'll have the 3/3 indestructible Predator Ooze. Looks like, let's see what, I'm not sure what the judge's question is. Again, maybe Ruarke might have done something out of turn.
Yeah.
So,
and we're having an appeal on a ruling. Whatever the discussion is, as soon as we know, we will let you know. And so just stay tuned while we find out. Meanwhile, I think we have something happening in this matchup that's quite interesting. We saw once again Ruarke Macho Camacho, attacking with that Predator Ooze to make it become, I believe,
3-3.
it was becoming a...
It was a 2-2.
Yeah.
He wanted to make it a 3-3.
Right. And in so doing, he went from being at 11 life to being, if everything goes as planned, 2 life.
Yeah.
Now, this is a question of, do you really need that 3 damage and that +1/+1 counter? You know?
A 2-2 indestructible creature is just as good as a 3-3 indestructible creature for the most part, especially given that situation with the Lotless Troll in play. Again, I think this is a situation where, Macho's just being too macho.
Yeah, I mean, for real.
We saw this in game 2. It cost him game 2. It might cost him this game as well. We're not really sure yet. But again, I think, especially when you're playing against a beatdown deck, you really have to understand, when am I actually in control? Am I actually in control yet, or does it just appear like I'm in control?
Yeah.
Because from my perspective, he was not in control yet.
Yeah, I'm with
There are
you.
still a number of cards that Adam could have had or could top deck that can swing the game right in Adam's favor. So while it might seem like you're in control, you have to really factor in, am I really in control? Or is there still a situation where I'm just going to lose this game if I do this, make this sequence of plays?
Yeah.
I need to maybe wait another turn until I'm firmly in control.
And one of the things that would have happened had he not attacked is that the same attack sequence from Adam would at best knock Ruarke down to 4, and 4 is a world of difference from 2.
Yeah, and then Ruarke will still be able to gain the 2 life on his turn, going up to 6, putting him further out of burn range. Then if you want to attack with the Predator Ooze or the Lotless Troll, I get it. But again, I think this might be a situation where Ruarke was a little too aggressive, and it might end up costing the game. Again, I still don't know if I don't believe we know what the appeal is just yet, but it looks like it's going to come down to the wire here, because Ruarke is very close to lethal damage here.
Okay, so apparently the question is about whether or not Ruarke put the regeneration shield up in time.
Oh, so maybe he took the life loss.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it looks like maybe there was a little miscommunication. Maybe players were taking some shortcuts.
Yeah, and the question is basically this.
Wow.
Doctor.
Well, again, I don't think this is the worst situation in the world for him. It's not ideal, but...
He can still gain 2 life right now.
Yeah, now he's just going to gain 2 life
and he's
instead,
at 4.
So.
Yeah, that puts him, knocks down to 2, gain 2 life, go to 4.
Yeah, and he has another Predator Ooze in his hand, so he can play the other Predator Ooze. It's, not ideal, but not the worst situation in the world.
Yeah.
So it looks like he has an Avenger here. Again, I think this is a situation where you just pass back.
I mean, there you go, Ruarke.
Do not attack the Predators this turn, please. So Adam, I think he just drew a land there. Not exactly what even though last turn went well for him, it's not what he needed.
End of the turn, we see a Wolfir Avenger hop into play.
I would have liked to have gained 2 life.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't think you need that Avenger just yet. I mean, now you can gain 2 life, but I think I might have preferred to gain the 2 life there.
And he goes for the pass.
This is a situation where I think you wanted to attack.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It seems like he's not picking his spots too well.
He's running a little scared now. Okay, gain
so
2
now
more
he's
life.
Gaining life.
I hope that there's not a skull crack, and there is not.
Okay, so no skull crack from Adam. Adam has 3 copies of skull crack in his sideboard. Not sure if he brought him in. Maybe he felt like he needed to in order to get a little more reach in this matchup, because Ruarke can gum up the board a lot.
And here the Predator Ooze comes on in again.
So now I believe there's another Predator Ooze in Ruarke's. Is there? Yeah, there is a Predator Ooze in his graveyard that he discarded to the Lotless Troll earlier on. So he's going to be able to gain another 2 life if he chooses. He could also play another Wolfir Avenger. I like gaining life personally.
Life is good. Life is good against a red deck.
You don't want to lose to Skullcrack and then top deck Hellrider or Skullcrack Searing Spear or something like that.
Yeah. Now it looks to me like Adam has a lot of land, and
wow.
That's a good card right now.
Reckoner is really, really good right now. It's effectively another burn spell for Adam. It gives him more outs. Again, I would have preferred to gain 2 life because you really you're gonna need to start gaining life, especially with Reckoner and burn spells.
And he has a Garrick, Relentless in his hand. Little Garrick.
Wow, Reckoner is
That's a monster right now. That puts
yeah.
Ruarke potentially a burn spell away from death. Oh, wow. That's a 5/5 ooze.
This
I block there.
aggressive.
Like,
I mean, I like this block because let's say you block, you drop Ruarke to 1, so even though he can gain 2 life, that still leaves you Skullcrack and
or a Hell Rider.
It leaves you Skullcrack, Hall Rider, Searing Spear, and could another Rancor do it too?
Even a Rampager would do it at that point.
So it looks like Adam did take it. So maybe he wants to make it so that Ruarke can't attack with the Predator Ooze anymore. Because obviously if Ruarke attacks with Predator Ooze, well no, because he can still gain 2 life. Let's see here. If Adam does draw a Searing Spear.
Oof.
Wow, so Ruarke can't
Garrick.
even gain life now.
And what is Garrick going to do?
There is a Predator Ooze in his graveyard. I can't tell from the door, but I believe there still is a Predator Ooze in his graveyard. He removed the Lotless Troll to gain 2 life, he removed the Hell Rider to gain 2 life, and I think there still is a Predator Ooze. So he could have gained 2 life this turn. So let's see what Adam draws here. Hopefully it's not a Searing Spear to punish him for his playing last turn.
It was a red spell.
It was.
He's got land, red spell.
Yeah, so there is definitely a lose in his graveyard. Oh, it looks like it's a Skullcrack. Oh, no.
Oh, if only.
It is not.
It does. It looks Skullcrack-ish.
It is, yes. It is the Fire Fist Striker, which will be very interesting because it means that the Deathrite Shaman, he can choose to make that not be able to block.
And Ruarke.
Predator Ooze is going to be...
Oh,
ooh, it looks like another
Silverheart?
Wolf or Silverheart. Don't believe he has enough mana to cast that this game, but right now. But now it's... Are we going to see Ruarke attack again with Predator Ooze into that Boros Reckoner? Again, Ruarke can gain 2 life now, so he won't be dead, and he'll deal with the Reckoner. But it is a bold, it is a bold strategy. I like using the Garrick to just deal with the Striker here.
Yeah, that Striker's a real problem.
Yeah, you want to kill the Striker here with the Garrick, and then I think you want to just start gaining life with Deathrite Shaman.
Boom! Striker, how about you and me fight? I'm going to flip over. I'm Veil Cursed now.
And here's the thing, you can't really... oh, wow.
Oh. Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, Adam's at 4, so he's dead anyway. Yeah.
I'll gain some...
So he's going to gain 2 life in response. Yep, Adam's dead.
Boom.
So Ruarke not afraid of a Skullcrack there. Skullcrack, obviously.
I mean, there were 2 cards in Adam's hand.
Well, no. I mean, I think that plays. You know,
that's fine. You can't live scared forever.
You can't live scared. Yeah. And I think Ruarke figures if he had a removal spell, he would have used it already. So, you know, a little. I think the turn before was really the bold play. That was the play that I was surprised he made, simply because you make that play on that turn. You greatly increase the number of outs that Adam has there.
Yeah, and with the play, what happened there, if you were just catching the very end of that, Ruarke alpha strikes with a 6/6, 3/3, and a 3/3, and Adam can only block 2 of them. The triggered ability of the Boros Reckoner goes on the stack that would kill Ruarke, and Ruarke responds actually by doming Adam for one of the pillars, I believe. Is that?
No.
Yeah.
He exiled the pillar?
Yeah, to knock Adam to -1 before the triggered ability would kill Ruarke.
Okay.
Yeah.